And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am the UK F1 Boss, and today doing something a little different. I'm going to be reviewing the Polish League teams, that they are basically, they're all done. I'm going to be judging this based off the seniors, under 24s. I don't know much about the reserves. Obviously some reserves I do know, but most of them I don't really know too much about. The young Poles. Take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a Speedway expert, but I do think I hold myself quite knowledgeable, because I do watch literally any league I can watch and any meeting I can watch. I have a good grasp of what every rider's like. But again, take what I say with a pinch of salt. I'm not an expert. Don't come at me. Don't slit my throat. Don't kill me. Leave me be. Listen, it's just opinions. I'm an innocent man. I'm going to be starting with the bottom league and then working my way up to the top league, because you know, you always save the best to last. So, first things first, we're looking at a in the Polish bottom league, in a non-Polish team, we are looking at the Landshut Devils. I'm not sure if there's any new rules though. I did read somewhere that apparently there was the talks of you could have a foreign junior now, but in return, you have to have a Polish extra senior. Like, you have to have 3 Polish seniors, where this usual was 2. I'm going to be basing my team predictions off the old rules that I do know is 100% secured, which is 2 Polish seniors, 2 foreign max seniors, and then a max of 1 foreign under 24 rider. Because I asked my friend, asked their Polish mate, and they were like, yep, don't know. As far as I'm aware, they've heard nothing. So I'm going to base it off the ones that I do know. So again, a little bit of extra salt. If already the salt I've already given you was not enough, here's some extra salt. Deal with it. It's not going to be perfect. Polish bottom league, first team I'm looking at is a non-Polish team. And that is the Landshut Devils. I'm not sure. Kevin Walbert is decent. He's a good rider, so I'll go a basis off the league that they're racing. Walbert, for a German senior, is good. Riss is hit and miss. It depends on the Riss that turns up. Kim Nilsson in that league has proved himself to be good. Charles Wright, I don't think I've seen Charles Wright ride in the Polish bottom league. Not to my knowledge. They have Paco. I can't see Paco is... Paco can ride big tracks, but if you've seen him, he mostly hugs the inside, which Landshut hugging the inside can work, so it depends which Paco turns up. If he can gate and get to the front and hug the inside, then it could work. Then Leon Flint's good. For Leon Flint, in the past couple of years, especially last year, has come on leaps and bounds. Like, this guy is like a whole new rider compared to when I've previously seen him race for my UK club, Wolverhampton. He can gate, he has speed, and he's just come on greatly. But now, it's the first team I'm going to put them into the unsure bracket. But for now, unsure, because I'm not sure how the other teams measure up. This is my first... I've had a brief look at the teams previously, but this is like a proper in-depth... I'm looking at it. I do know 1 reserve for the Landshut team. So I'm not going too much into reserves, but any reserves that I do recognise or know the look of, because I've seen them in previous seasons, and I will add them into the factor in. Mario Hausel, probably butchered that. He has speed and he can ride a good inside line. We've seen it in the Speedway of Nations previously. He can ride a mean inside. Not sure about the other young Germans, but, you know, it is what it is. Next, we're looking at another non-Polish team. Daggerpils. David Balago should, in that league, be a good trump card for a foreigner. And then they've got Knudsen and Kemp. Okay, no wait. Kemp is at the under 24. Sorry. Okay, so Kemp's an under 24. I see it. But this is like like he has to do it now. He has to do it now, and that's even if he gets a chance, because the Latvians have their own under 24s, which I'm going to assume they're going to prioritise their own under 24s over a foreign 24. But then again, they might do Kemp if needed if the other ones aren't performing. I do hope he gets a ride and proves himself, because, you know, if it ain't fucking obvious. But I don't know, have to wait and see what the other Latvians do. Knudsen. Oh, I didn't realise that. It's Knudsen and Kemp. But okay, you know what? As much as I want Kemp to have a go, the fact that Jonas Knudsen is there, I'm sorry, but Kemp might be bottom of the barrel when it comes to options. It'll be like Knudsen. As a manager, I'd go Knudsen first on the 24. Latvians. Kemp. As bad as it is, that's how I would do it. Heatley, well, seniors, Polego, have we mentioned him? The rest of them, Ostergovs, Kolodinskis, and Mihailovs. That's how I'd go. I'd go Mihailovs, Kolodinskis, Kostegovs, Polego, Knudsen, then your young ones, and then I would throw in the best performing Latvian bottom. Dagger pills, I'm going to have to put into unsure. On to the third team. This team recently just got relegated after literally having one of the worst seasons I have ever seen a team have. I don't know, this is... Ivatic is a seasoned rider, he's experienced, he's not exactly what I'd call groundbreaking, but in that league is okay. Howarth, he's a battler. I'll give it to Howarth, he's a battler, he knows big tracks. Any of you've seen him, the way his back wheel is, it looked like he ain't moving. Like his body's moving, but his back wheel's like that. And it's very fucking slow, I don't know why. Trofimov, Howarth. And they've also got Fraser Bowles, young Aussie. I think with Tarnos, they've got Ivatic, Howarth, Brizlak, Trofimov. Yeah. I'm not sure how I would build this team, to be honest, but like, there's no standout riders, but then there's also no riders who I look and go, that's shit. Parno, I think I will put as in bottom half in this regard. Going into, I'm probably going to butcher this name. I don't want to sound like a dickhead. Giesno, I don't know. I probably fucked that up on like 20 different syllables and levels. Most of the teams at the moment will probably just be in unsure and play downs until I reviewed them all, and then once I've reviewed them all, I'll then start changing them around to win playoffs and team. So Norbert Kokroliak, good rider. I've seen him. He's actually a good rider. He's a good rider in that league. He's a great rider. So that's a good start. Anzi Gramek, good young rider on a 24 position. You know, okay. This is so far looking like a good team. And Sam Masters. He is one of my favourite riders, but I won't be biased and just say, oh, Masters, league winner. Masters is not the best from the back, but gating, he is very good at the gate, especially in Britain and in the Polish bottom league. He does win most of his races from the gate. He has speed to hold you off, and he can team ride. He's a rider that I do know a lot more personally, so I can judge him better than other riders. This might be the first. You know, I just said every team's going to be in unsure and playoffs. I was like play downs. This might be one to push straight to playoffs, purely based on the fact that I know a majority of the riders in this. I don't really know Rosnak too much, but I'm guessing he's going to be one of the youths, juniors. Adam Ellis. Depends on the Ellis that turns up. He either has good days or bad days. Last year wasn't one of his best years. 2 years ago, he had a much better year. Last year wasn't his best year. It depends what Ellis turns up here. But clearly done enough last year to earn himself a job once again. But will be interesting to see. He can perform though, because I've seen him perform many a times when I've seen him in meetings, Polish Bottom League, when he's rid for dagger pills. Like, I don't know the reserves too well. Jakob B. Jensen, another under 24. I'm not sure if I have the full list of riders. I know that some clubs haven't published them, some haven't. So again, take what I say with a pinch of salt. I'd go from what I can see is Masters, Kroiak, Ellis, Gramek, and who the fuck was the other one? Rostak, and then Budniak, and then Latala is reserves, and then Jakob B. Jensen at 24 position. I'm not factoring in Warsaw. I'm not sure how Wushover contracts work fully. I just know it's low fee and keeps them in the thingy, a view of potential things. But that team's there. I might just sneak them into playoffs for the moment. Moving on to the next team, Vaclav Milik. Okay, he's dropped down. In that league, it should be an improvement. And I can't say an improvement because in the Polish Middle League, he was performing really well. So he should be like top dog near enough in that league. So Milik, Patrick Hansen's better. Milik, Hansen, Hollis, Lego, all. So I'm not sure how this team builds because there's no under 24 position. Do you have to have an under 24 in your top 5? Assuming one of the juniors that goes under 24, I'd have Polis, Legowick, Hansen, Milik. I've heard of Stepien. I've heard of him. So I guess have him as the under 24. Or does he have? I'm not too clued up on the Polish rules, but that's how I'd build it. How? Purely because they have Milik, Hansen, Polis, and like them four are well performers as seniors, especially Milik at this level. So because of that, I'm gonna have to put them there. I think I might just put them above Jesna. Krakow. This is an interesting one. The list I have here isn't Levashin Ukrainian and then Elenchuk Ukrainian. Where's the Poles? This is all I could find of I went on the Facebook, I couldn't see nothing other than these riders. I went on the Twitter, I couldn't see nothing other than these riders. And this is supposed to be like a Polish news Facebook page that literally posts teams that's finalised. And this is what they've given. And I'm just a bit confused because I'm seeing no Poles. I'm seeing Levashin, who's Ukrainian, Elenchuk, who's Ukrainian, Lawson, who's British, and Clint, who is Danish. It's only the juniors and the under 24 who is Polish. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm basing it off this. Please, at any point, put in the comments what is wrong with any of these teams, and I'll probably do an update video of this, but update my points. Alright, I'm back. I had to fact check myself. Yes, they are both Ukrainian. I'm not being stupid. Yeah, Ukrainian, 2 Ukrainians, Brit and a Dayan. That team, I don't know. I have to put unsure for now. Moving on to this team. I don't get why there's so many fucking signings. And a lot of them are not... There's not many standout names. Gala, I know. Tonda. I'm pretty sure he didn't ride last year, did he, Tonda? He's like a year off the bike. Then Bork is not a name I have to put this one in the bottom. I'm not even sure how I'd even build this team. It's just so many riders there that are unfamiliar to me. Now this is Gdansk. This is a team. So I know this team has Tim Sorensen, who is captain, who's a good Dayan. Then you got Jakob Torshell, who I think he achieved like what, an 1.8 average in the middle league, and he was one of the standout performers for Regno, the Swan team. So I would imagine you'll have Tim Sorensen, Jakob Torshell, Kasper Henriksen. It's not listed here, but I have seen Christian Pijek mentioned a few times. And I've seen him training on their Facebook page. Imagine Pijak's come back after like a year out as well, and he's training, and he's going to be part of the team as a senior. Yeah, so got Stephen Goret, Nikolaj Krok. Yeah, I'll go Sorensen, Forsell, Henriksen, Pijak. I'm not sure if there's any other seniors here that I'm missing that I don't see in the list or whatever. But I'm pretty sure one senior won't change it too much. I reckon it'll be these two in the playoffs, these two won't, and then I'm not sure. There's no team here that stands out to me enough to go, they will win 100%, and there's no team that is that shit that I can look at it and go, it is buns, and it's not doing anything. It's all fairly balanced from what I've seen. Bear in mind, in the bottom league, I'm mostly basing it off results because it's not shown on TV as well. It's not shown on the website that I use to watch the Polish racing. So my judgment of these teams and how the riders are is just purely based on if I've seen them before or not and results. So that is roughly where I'd put all these teams. Middle league time. Starting off with the newly promoted Polonia Pila. And this is an interesting team. So you've got Matthias Nielsen, Benjamin Basso, Engin Steifer, William Draya, Jasinski, Norbert Koskush. Okay, so Matthias Nielsen and Basso. Then if you run Koskush with Jasinski, it'll be your top 4. Have Dreya as an 20. Oh no, wait. Instead of Koskush, have Adrian Cypher. Then with Dreya as an 24. Right, so Pila, they've come into the middle league, and the team is not bad. It's not bad, but I reckon they'll be there to begin with. Lords Eagles. Oliver Bernstein, Zach Cook, Nagel. Okay, so this team surprised me. So this team's a wild card in my opinion because you've got Bernstein, who's a decent performer. Not great, but not shit. Slauderbach is good. Novak, again, it depends on the day he's on. Zach Cook is a shocker because he rid for Bellevue last year and he's only done small tracks so far, and everyone thought at first he was dog shit. But then Zach Cook got to grips with Bellevue and big tracks and ended up becoming one of the seasoned good performers. So this is a wild card. Bernstein and Zach, Slauderbach, Novak. And then I'd imagine they'll have Nagel as the main under 24, or Dan Thompson, because Dan Thompson has come on leaps and bounds in the past couple of years. That is actually a good team. I'm not too sure yet on how they're going to be, but so far they're looking positive. Polonia, they're looking a bit negative, but not too negative. This team's looking good. But this team, it depends on a lot of factors. What Chris Holder shows up, because Chris Holder, using Britain as an example, went from like an 8.5 point average to 6.5. He didn't have the best of years for Rybnik in the top league of Poland. Then Woffenden is coming back from a big life career ending. He's coming back from an almost life-ending crash. This is, in general, Chuganov, Holder, Jakobsen, Waffy, This should be fucking up there, playoffs guaranteed. But there's too many ifs and buts, and I can't determine that. I'm going to have to put this team in unsure, because I'm not sure where they're going to go. Poznan. Bit of a soft spot for Poznan, purely because of Ryan Douglas. Douglas, Berger, Everson, Mansell, Pludr, Smektawa. I also saw they've signed somebody on their Facebook, a young Aussie called Adam Adamson. Adamson? No, that name does not sound right. It's something Adamson, but the first name is not Adam. Or if you're a parent, well, sorry, but why the fuck have you named your kid Adam Adamson? Then again, Barack Obama's parents named him Barack Obama. Got some fucked up parents. I just want the kids to get bullied. Ryan Douglas, Berger, Everson, Mansell, Pludris, McTower. Again, I can only go off the list I have, but that's pretty much all the seniors. Pretty much, I can give it a good judgment. With near enough the exact same team, they have made the playoffs last year, and they've strengthened up a bit with Berger and Everson. So I have faith that that team will make the playoffs. Liga is good. Spaniak good. Rasmus Jensen dropping down. I didn't see that one coming. To the middle league. And Anders Rowe. I didn't know Anders Rowe got a job in Poland. Rowiak, Oscar. See, Liga, Rasmus Jensen are good. Spaniak is good. Rowiak, yeah. Rowe, I have no idea how Rowe is going to perform in Poland at all. Not a clue. He's good, he's been improving, but I don't think he even read bottom league Poland, but to get used to the tracks and everything. He's just gone straight there, middle league. I have to put this. This team is screaming some good results. First of all, you got Jason Doyle, then you got Luke Becker, and then you got Tobias Mushalek and Robert Skimil. That is a fantastic. That is a fantastic top four with 3 guaranteed big hitters a meeting, and then 1 solid scorer. That is a good team. At the present moment, that one is screaming. It's definitely screaming playoffs, and I'll put it above Poznan and Lodz. But would I put it? It's a bit too soon. But it's definitely up there. Big Gush. Huckenbeck, Loktea. It's got near enough the exact teams last year. Brennan, Bushkoshki, Huckenbeck, Lokteev, Wozniak. Oh, see. Oh no. I'm gonna have to. Fuck. Yeah. You know, a Big Gosh. Yeah, I can't have Tim. Oh no. Now that I've seen these, I have to. I'm unsure because I don't know. Because it depends on the individual. If Ostro do good, then they'll go. Oh, fuck. This is harder. There's a lot of ifs and buts. Like, these have strengthened up. I'm not sure enough. These have strengthened up, but they've got some dodgy riders. This team should be like, yeah, playoffs, and Poznan should be down here. But there's so many ifs and buts revolving around performance concerns and injury concerns. I can't put them fully there committed. On to the final team. Rybnik. Knudsen, Kvek, Lampard. Okay, they got. Don't know, you know. I don't know. Lampard's dropped down. Kvek's dropped down. You got. Don't know. That team does not scream anything good. I've given it 5 minutes. I've re-looked at all the teams. I think my initial assessment, I'm happy. with... Actually, I might just move Big Gosh there. I reckon it'll probably be these two in the final. Frostno and Big Gosh. These are finished bottom half. The Poznan being these three, I can't. No team at the moment has screamed at me to play off to win the league. This has just been a bit this has been a bit shady. This is like much more closer than I predicted it would be. These teams like Polonia's done well because I remember, like say, Tarno came up into the middle league last season, and I told my friend like Tarno's buns. There is not a single redeeming quality about it other than potentially Zagar. And then even then Zagar was fucking shit, like 5 points a meeting. So that went out the window as well. So I'm happy with that assessment. That is probably... I'm much more happy with that one than I am with the bottom league one. Because I know these riders. I watch this league. TV on the website. So... I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'll stick with that. I'm done with middle league. I'm done. That is my thing. Krosno, Big Gosh. I reckon they'll be in the final. Poznan be in the playoffs. I reckon Ostro would also be in the playoffs, but again, I'm very unsure. Depends on injuries. Brezno and Lodz could sneak playoffs as well. I'm confident in Rybnik and Polonia Pila not making the playoffs. Probably finishing bottom half. It'd be an interesting fight then to see who finishes top half and not bottom half, and which ones get promoted and which ones get relegated. I'm also interested to see how correct my predictions are. That's an interesting one, actually. Good to see. Ladies and gentlemen, you've arrived. The Polish top league, the Extra Liga, where all the big boys race. I'm much more excited to review these teams. Taran, Lublin, Wrocław, Grudziądz, Zona Częstochowa, Gorzów, and Leszno. We're going to start... What do we in order? We'll start with Leszno. Newly promoted, back up, where they do belong. Regardless of your beliefs, who you support, you cannot deny it. Leszno is a top league club. You might hate me for saying it, but it's the truth. Bangkok, Kolodze, Panishki, Piotra, Ruding, That's looking a bit spicy. See, they're going to be marked as undercards here, because you got... When they got relegated 2 years ago, Kolodze was a performer, and Zengota was a performer. The rest of the team wasn't. But then Kolodze got injured and they signed Ben Cook, and Ben Cook was a fucking diamond. They found literally a diamond of a rider. And he's got them back to promoted. So they've kept the 3 good performers. They've sacked the shit one. Brought in Piotr Pawlinski, who did actually have a good year last year. Brew is a bit of an on-the-fence move. You could have him at number 8, and then put Panishki, the under-21 world champion, at, like, you know, the main top 5 as an under-24 position. You know what? Leszno. They're going to be in the playoffs. If they're not, I'd be surprised. That team is actually a very solid team. Straight away. Good. Okay, so... This team... Jack Holder is an improvement. Upgrade. Better. Delski, Thompson, Polyestad. Adam Bednar's good. Oh, they're more good riders. You got to compare them to other teams. I do see this team... I'll judge this team weaker than Leszno. Polyestad's good. Nearly the same level as Panishki. Thompson's a miss. Podelski is not particularly the best. Holder's good. Was that 5th in the world? Finished 5th in the world last year, I think. The Holder's a big improvement over Vasilik, who they got rid of. It's definitely a stronger team than last year, and I'm expecting much better results from Gorzów. But at the present moment, we'll put them in onto Chestoka. Probably butchered that name. Probably Chesterhover. Is that? I think I've heard it on the TV. I say Chesterhover. In England, we say Chestoka. I'm pretty sure it's Chesterhover. I'm probably wrong. Pat Mads Hansen is okay. Jamin Lindsay is okay. Moscovia. If you're a Chesterhover fan, I'm sorry, but team is buns. That team, I feel like you got a long season ahead of you. I am sorry, but that team ain't doing nothing. Oh no. Oh no! That team is cheeks! Like, Lidzi can have a good... But then, Lidzi, it wasn't exactly groundbreaking last year. Moscoviak isn't groundbreaking. Yeah, this team is not... That seems like a great, like... Hansen's decent. Lidzi... They're all borderline the words of... They all borderline the words of decent. None of them are standout riders. If you're a Chesterhover fan, you got a long season ahead of you. Just go to support them to keep money in the club, but stop praying for next year. 2027's got to be your year, because this year is not going to be your year. What happened? You used to have like Madsen, Lindgren, Doyle, and now you got Tungate, Lidzi, Hansen. Like, no disrespect to them, but the difference, big fucking difference. Oh no. Team. The only team so far to get put in the buns area. Zelona Gora. That's what I'm talking about. I'm seeing some quality here. Lebedev's a bit hit and miss, but he can perform big at the time. Madsen had a much better improved year last year, back in the Grand Prix. Mitchell McDermott, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. His first year in British Speedway last year, and he progressed quite a bit. Shemek Pavlishki, he's good. Kibera's good. Ratishak, Berzitek, it's an improvement from the previous years and how Zelona Gora's team was, but I'm a bit unsure how they're going to do. What am I going to say? What happened to Zelona Gora actually? Can anybody in the comments tell me what happened? Went from being this big, colourful club, greens, whites, yellows, fucking the flags and raving, and then your stands are all that, but now your Kevlars are just plain green and white. It's not like a colourful white, it looks like someone has put the Kevlars in the fucking washer 10,000 fucking times to get rid of all the nice green. Like, where's the nice bright green? Where's the fucking the yellow? You went from like a Fiesta club looking like a grandmother's fucking knitted clothes. What happened? Moving on to the next club, Gujans. Ooh, that's actually looking juicy. Michael Jepsen Jensen, he had a good year last year, one of his best years of his out in recent years. Max Frick, Maxim Drabik, Vadim Tereshchenko. Tereshchenko and Drabik, two good pilot seniors. Frick and Jepsen Jensen. Jepsen Jensen for like 60 to 70% of last year just kept fucking swapping with Bartek in the averages every single meeting. So that's big keeping him, big keeping Frick, Drabik, and Tarasenko. Tarasenko is alright. He has good days and bad days, a bit of a hit and miss. Kevin Melkevich, I can see it. Bastian Pedersen. I'm gonna go with unsure. I'll also be unsure at the moment until I review every single team. Dan Bewley, third in the world. Brady Kurtz, second in the world. Artem Laguta, 90% of the time is a high scorer. Kowalski. Wait, let me just look. Is Kowalski in it? So yeah, Kowalski would be in the U24 position because he turns 24 in March. So Kowalski again in the U24 position with Butte, and then Yunoski. Ionescu's fell off a bit in recent years, but he's still, on his day, can hit some good points. I'm going to put Ratswav in playoffs. zen-oh and Ratswav, I expect will be in the playoffs. These three so far are unsure, and yeah, I feel sorry for just the Hoverman. What is that team? Moto Lublin, a very dominant side of recent years. Oh, fucking hell, look at that for a team. Cherniak, Smajlik, Verina, Vasilik, Lindgren, Bandor. I'm not even gonna dive too deep into Lublin. They have to be a playoff team. They have to. Torren, Dudek is probably, in my opinion, the second best performing pole. Lambert in the Grand Prix doesn't do too much, but in league racing, especially around Torren, he's like a demon. Mikael Mikkelsen, again around Torren, is good. In the Grand Prix, not doing much. Emil Savutanov is just Emil Savutanov. You know what you're getting from him. A lot does weigh on Nordic Bladorn and how he performs at this level. Because he was performing vaguely most of the time in the middle league. Now obviously he's now no longer of an age group. He's now gone into the top league in the 24 position. It'll be interesting to see how he performs. I think a lot does wager on that because you know the top four can hit big points of Dudek, Lambert, Mikkelsen, and Savutanov. A Bladorn is going to be a key factor, but again, I can't see this team not making the playoffs. This is going to have to be in playoffs. That means that's going to have to be boom, boom, boom. I've gone through and looked at all the teams again. I'm happy with this. You know, these three, all these four being the play downs. I predict Chesterhover will be fucking relegated. I predict these four being the playoffs. I predict it'll be this four: Lejno, Ratswav, Lublin, and Torren. The question I'm now asking myself is, because I feel like for top league, I have to try and predict the winner. I have to. But the question is who do I like? Because Lublin, even last year, with Jack Holder, did not win. Torren won. If I'm remembering wrong. Sparta's always done the playoffs. But then Lejno, the side, providing all the riders right to the capability I know they can perform to, should also make the playoffs. Then will they win the league? So Lublin has always been in recent years. Lublin's been Ratswav's boogeyman in a sense, but now Ratswav is still the same strength, but Lublin's weakened. I can't predict a winner for the league, but I'm going to predict who I think will be in the final. And I reckon the final is going to be between Ratswav and Torren. Who comes out on top, I don't know. I feel like I have to put who I think. Like Chesterhover's Buns. We all know it's Buns. But out of these three, who do I think would join them in like the last chance playoff zone? Let me look at Donagora again. Okay. So this is how I view the top league. This is how I think it will go based on riders, last year's performance, how they generally perform, and other things. Obviously, we can't factor in injuries and, you know, ref decisions and everything. That's just purely if everyone did their scheduled races and races to how they perform. I reckon Ratswav and Torren final, Lejno and Lublin playoffs, Budznas, Bujons. Oh, that doesn't sound right. It sounds French. think I'm saying it wrong. But Gluzhnaz and Gozhov, they'll be in the playdowns, but they'll survive. And then team is Buns. Zdana is not Buns. Don't worry, they're not Buns. I reckon they will join Czestochowa in the last chance relegation, and then Czestochowa will get relegated down to the middle league, and then Zdana will be fine. But that's my prediction. Again, as I said, take everything I am saying with a pinch of salt. Injuries can happen, ref decisions. I'm not an expert, I'm just very analytical, and I watch a lot of Speedway. Obviously, I can't predict a lot of things, but I can give a good, vague understanding and potential of what I think will happen. And that's my view of how I think the Polish leagues will go this year. Anyway, take care, look after yourself, and peace.